Okay, Google DeepMind just build a model. They can solve silver medal standard international Olympian problem, which is crazy. If you know international mathematical Olympiads, there's a kind of a top math competitions, which every year the elites from all around the world they will compete, and then there will be gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal, these kind of things. So once you get gold medal, it's almost like a free ticket to go to MIT, this kind of top college. And now we already have an AI model. They can solve silver medals kind of level, which is like it can beat 99.99999% of people on Earth in terms of math, which is very very crazy. Let's just see how this model works, right? This model is like combine large language model and the reinforcement learning technique, which is like Alpha Zero. There is a model they beat best human chess players. So you may heard of AlphaGo, and Alpha Zero is even better model than AlphaGo. So combine these two techniques, large language model and Alpha Zero, which is reinforcement learning, they build this monster can really solve math problems. And so what they do is they convert this kind of math problem to a machine readable format, so the model can really do a lot of things. If you just use a natural language, you feed a natural language to the model will also generate natural language, which is like ChatGPT does. But the problem is it will kind of produce a lot of hallucinations, and some it would produce like answer that sounds very correct, but it's actually not correct. So they don't want to see this happen. That's why they convert this into a special language, special format for models. Then model will kind of solve this problem. And after the model come up with a solution, they will evaluate. Model have a kind of reward function to know if this solution is correct. If it is correct, you can reinforce, update its weights, something like that. You have a positive reward, so they can update model's weights. So model will know, oh, this is the right way to do it. So in the future, model know, oh, we should do more things like this because it leads us to right answer. If it's the wrong answer, model will try to avoid doing that kind of things. So this is what's called reinforcement learning. Then they combine this with natural language processing, which large language model, if you prefer this name. So combine these two things, I would say it's kind of future, because once they can solve math problems, it can solve a lot more scientific problems. So it may actually we may actually see a lot of breakthroughs in terms of maybe this model next day can do physics, can do chemistry, can do biology, and they will finally have a model that can discover new science, which is very close to what we want in terms of AGI. But now we are still not there yet, but we really appreciate that Google DeepMind doing this kind of research. Funny thing is this model actually solve a few problems, like 3 or 4 problems, and it took it just a few minutes to solve the first problem, but the rest of the 3 problems it took a model 3 days. That's kind of interesting. But in terms of human participants, they must solve this problem within 4.5 hours. And you may say it's not fair for not fair for humans because humans have so little time. But I will argue that compute restriction is not really the problem. Let's say now it takes model 3 days, but maybe 2 years later DeepMind will optimize model architecture, model inference techniques, and also its GPU will kind of involve. It's not that difficult to reduce this time to less than 3 hours. And not to mention, if they want to store the resources now, just use more GPUs, they can actually outcompete humans, right? So time is not really the problem. All right, so that's kind of a review. So like some machine learning breakthrough. I want to do more like this. Let me know if you like this kind of a section. Leave it in the comment section below, so I know I want to do more like this. All right, thank you very much. See you next time.